Bomber TV.
Hi guys, Bomber here. Welcome back to the channel. And before we start, a huge thank you to all of my Patreons. If you want to join them and start supporting me, the link to my Patreon is in the description and the comment pinned down below. And with that said, let's jump into the video. So okay guys, the deck of today is gonna be HobbitSizz LUX APHELIOS. So this video is actually a collaboration with me and HobbitSizz. He's a new YouTuber that I recently stumbled upon. This deck list, of course, is a deck list. We're gonna do a deck guide about this deck. And also, like, you can share some love with HobbitSizz. He's actually a very good content creator. I will leave his links down below in the pinned comment and the description, so definitely go check him out, please. And with that out of the way, let's actually look at this deck. He actually went to Master with it, I guess, or at least like he's playing currently with it in Master tier. He actually brought it to the seasonal tournament. Actually, there he was a bit unlucky, didn't get into the finals, but of course, like still getting into the seasonal tournaments is already a very big deal. And you know, he was kind of, like, how can I say it, like, he didn't go for meta decks, but he actually brought his own decks, and actually did quite well with it as well, so definitely some more points about it. And so yeah, looking at the deck, we see that of course it is an APHELIOS LUX deck, as the deck name implies, and actually I really like the synergy there with LUX and APHELIOS. Of course, like, this is a very control heavy deck, with LUX constantly generating you removals, the final spark, you know, getting you value, as well as APHELIOS, both fueling the LUX to get more spells, more mana spells spent, so that you can get the final spark from LUX, but also, like, you know, the value generation, which already APHELIOS is. And also, yeah, we run the common cards which you want to run in the Demacia and the Targon deck. So of course, a single combat, very strong there. What is it? Then we have Consider Strike, Brilliant Guardian to stabilize against some aggro tools, Star Shaping, even, you know, more important because of course, again, the LUX synergy. Sunburst, one Judgment, which, you know, like, I don't really like the Judgment in this deck specifically, but like, since this is an off meta deck, and really your opponent, you actually can't. You never saw this deck if not from HobbitSizz, you know? And so, like, you don't really know what to expect against this deck. And a Judgment just thrown, you know, into the deck, and when you kind of don't expect it, because you don't see a Garen or some other stuff that want to strike, or a Fiora, you know? And then, you know, but you still have the Judgment, which really gets your opponent off guard, which is definitely pretty awesome. If you are, you know, also if you're going into a tournament and there are not open deck lists, you know, which you know what your opponent has, this is devastating. Like, a Judgment when your opponent doesn't play around it is completely devastating, and they will never play around it because this deck is actually not meta yet. And so yeah, very interesting to have a Judgment here for now, but if this becomes meta, you will probably cut it. But then yeah, like, we have the Veil Temple again, making our either APHELIOS or LUX bigger. Kind of important to buff a bit the APHELIOS, because then it gets away from the range of, like, Get Excited, stuff like that. And then yeah, like, guys, it's pretty standard. The Fangs, very good. The value generating tool, Life Seal for more stabilization. And yeah, like, really, that's it. This deck basically almost builds itself. It's very built around value, spell synergies, stuff like that. Like, really, Sharp Side, of course, for some Zoe counters. We see a lot of Teemo currently, so like, yeah, that I can block units with Elusive this round is sometimes very significant. And yeah, guys, that's really it. So let's see this deck in action, win some games, to see better how it actually, all together, how it fits together. Alright guys, we found a match. As you can see, I'm also at Masters. I didn't get into the seasonal tournaments because I'm very unlucky. All the times I have some problems, I'm busy in real life or stuff like that. Looking forward to get it into the next season. We are also against an APHELIOS deck. He went into Zoe and Aurelion Sol, but still Demacia Targon, so that's like pretty crazy that we see the same regions and almost the same concept, but they actually went for Zoe and Aurelion Sol instead of LUX. So yeah, let's see this mirror, how it goes. We probably want to keep a Mountain Goat in the opener. We probably could have also kept the Sharp Sight now, thinking back on it, because yeah, he could have started with that Zoe. Actually, is it like some variations of like the, what is it, the explosions, you know, from Aberdeen Soul, the cosmic, the skies descend. Is it some sort of stuff like that? Here we can probably push with Egged Researcher, actually. Like, we can get 1 free damage off of it. Like, yeah, that's pretty crazy. And also, like, of course, we are stopping the next attack, which is more important. And we are value trading, so this will... I don't know if we are more the control player here or if he is more control. Like, we have to figure out which is our role in this particular game. I like a lot the Veiled Temple. Here I can actually just, you know, lose 1 mana. I don't really care. And next turn we can start again with the Veiled Temple. So like, I actually probably never played the Veiled Temple. So I don't know if you can play another spell, for example, after the Veiled Temple, and it already triggers because the Veiled Temple was your first card. We can't do that anyways, so I will probably still go for the Veiled Temple as early as possible. He actually goes for the same reasoning, and yeah, so let's pass. We both got our Veiled Temple on, so let's see which one is gonna be better in the long run. Okay, so he goes for Zoe, and here we have to be careful. Like, I kind of want to start with, you know, I want to have the Fused Firebrand on board to give the buffs to the Fused Firebrand, but we actually can't really do that. So, like, for now, I probably think we want to start activating the Veiled Temple, actually. So let's start with a Lunari Duskbringer, and probably, where do we want the buff to go? Probably not the 2-1, so we will probably play a Mountain Goat afterwards. You know, the 2-1 blocks pretty well the 3-2. And yeah, now we see the Warrior as well. Yeah, I think we go for the Mountain Goat, we get the buff on the Mountain Goat. And we almost kill. If he wants to trade with the Mountain Goat, this is almost dead. He could also have a Pell Cascade, for example. He doesn't really know what to play around. I'm not a big fan of his attack. Like, yeah, not... I mean, like, better for us, I guess. So now the fact is that we are kinda wasting a bit of mana, but it's probably not gonna be a big deal. Let's go for another Mountain Goat, and yeah, now we can start going off with our Lux. Getting touch. Or maybe, like, again, we have to get rid of the Warrior, first of all. How can we do that? Like, if we go for Lux, and then we gem the Lux, for example. But then, like, he's gonna trade with the Warrior. So, like, I kind of want to wait on that. We could go for the Fused Firebrand instead. Yeah, let's go for the Fused Firebrand. We delay a bit our Lux. It is probably gonna be important in the future, the Lux. Like, he's probably winning on the late game. So, like, next turn we kind of want to start going for Lux. And we also want to go for a turn where we go for, like, Star Shaping and Dusk Petal Dust, so that we immediately level up Lux. And from that point on, we're getting the final sparks, which are gonna be devastating. But so, yeah, let's attack with the 4/4s. It would pretty much suck to you know, get the 5/5 removed like these. But yeah, he can't actually really block there, because we can like get in touch, and this gets the +1/+1. So yeah, this is a pretty safe attack. Let's see if he actually misplays, or if he has a Sharp Sight or some other thing. If he has a Sharp Sight, that's pretty bad for us. And yeah, like, probably that was also a bad attack. What we could do is Bastion here, so that this also trades. And if he has a Sharp Sight, then yeah, he's trading, but this gets done. Actually, no, this dies anyways. So like, we are just trading. Yeah, pretty bad Bastion, but it's still okay. Let's see if he has a Sharp Sight. If he had a single combat as well, like, wow, guys, like, I was worrying too much. Now we are in a very good spot. So yeah, he goes for APHELIOS. Now he probably goes for Calibrum and gets rid of the 3/2. And we can't do anything about that. And also, I have to be careful about this Veil Temple always refilling me mana. Like, really, guys, I actually never experimented too much with APHELIOS decks and the Veil Temple, stuff like that. So we'll have to see. I think we kind of are better in terms of value now. Ooh, wow, the single combat on the APHELIOS is gonna be pretty crazy. So like, can we start getting the LUX on board? I kind of like the LUX with barrier on defense, actually. Kind of stops his attack. He can't really attack. And if we want to, we can actually use the single combat. Yeah, let's go for it. I think this is worth it. If he has Sharp Sight, it doesn't really matter if we jam the LUX. So this should be okay. Spell Thief. Only 2 cards. Which card did we play? Ooh, Bastion. Well played from our opponent. But you know, that was a 5 mana play to just protect him from a 2 mana spell. Ooh, kind of interesting that the barrier doesn't proc because the spell didn't actually resolve. Okay, so now this is 2 out of 6. So next turn we can already start shaping and get the final spark. We probably start with these. I don't really know, guys. Like, should we open attack? This is an 8-8, right? Yes. So like we can take him off guard, and like if he blocks with the 9 with the 8-8, this becomes a 9-9. We can do some stuff here. I would also like to go for a Red Guardian. Like, doesn't really matter the lifesteal, but you know we are more oppressive on the board. But yeah, I think this is fine. If he open attacks, if he blocks, actually, I don't know what what I'm talking about. We probably should keep the Dusk Petal Dust for the APHELIOS if he ever comes into our hand. So like what we can do instead is go for the gem, and then if he blocks, we start shaping, and this becomes a 9-9. So he just goes for that, which is understandable. But this, you know, is growing even bigger every turn. Calibrum there. That's fine. So yeah, let's go for getting touch. Probably it's more important to getting touch there. Like, we don't really care about our health. And yeah, now we can slap a Radiant Guardian on the board. This is becoming huge, by the way. Single combat. That's interesting. Do we want to level up the LUX? Like, we could Ash these. This becomes a 7-7 for this turn. LUX levels up, so she's a 5-6. We can't actually save the LUX, but we can probably kill the Eclipse Dragon. We can do the same thing by going for Dusk Petal Dust instead. And by the way, Zoe leveled up. Like, I totally ignored the Zoe. So like, I probably have to keep the Ash, but yeah, this is looking kind of bad for us. I should have removed the Zoe, not the APHELIOS, but we couldn't even do that because he had he could have gotten the Bastion anyways. But yeah, we can at least remove the Zoe. Does it really matter though? Like, already, this is just for the rest of the game. So like, we can't do anything. Probably our best hope is to just kill him. And now, no, guys, now we can't trade these because the final spark doesn't. I mean, this activated Fury. Or well, like, I don't know if he has more elusives. Let's get rid of Zoe. Like, probably now our game plan is going for some big elusive thanks to Star Shaping. And let's hope. I don't know if I should have played that better, if I should have Gravitum, okay. What other elusives could he have? Probably only Zoe. Right, let's hope that he doesn't draw another Zoe. Egghead, Researcher. Yeah, this could give us some big dragons. Okay, now spell shield on everything. That's the first thing going for. Huh. So yeah, let's just start with Egghead, Researcher. And Zoe. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Let's give him the, you know, the feeling of attacking with such a big board. He deserves it. But so yeah, guys, we unfortunately got a loss with this deck, but it is also you know, it's also important to see where the deck fails actually, because you can't really win all the times, and actually it was like a mirror game if you think about it. And but so yeah, like you could have seen what are the main strategies, the main play patterns of the deck. Very great value. Of course, we were up against another great value generator deck, like a Zoe, Aurelion Sol, APHELIOS, so still in the Demacia and Targon. So like, you can probably see already that the deck is spreading and more people are experimenting with it, changing some champions, some stuff. But yeah, so definitely a pretty consistent deck. So yeah, guys, that's it. If you enjoyed the video and want more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also, turn on the notifications, otherwise YouTube won't notify you of my content. Also, enter my stream so that you can interact with me live, as well as entering the Discord server so that you can interact and stay in touch with this amazing community that we are building. All the links that I just said are down below in the pinned comment and in the description, as well as also Twitter and Instagram. So that's it for this video. Hope you liked it and find it useful, and as always, see ya!